Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat, mga learners, teachers, parents at EdTech enthusiasts mula Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao na nanonood sa ating Itulay online tutorial ng Empowerment Technologies. Ako po si Tutor Junel ng SDO Ilocos Sur na magbabahagi ng ating paksa ngayong hapon. We are now on week 7, quarter 4. Tara, samahan niyo ako ngayong hapon. And live na live po tayong napapanood sa ating Itulay FB page at Itulay YouTube channel every Monday at 4:40 to 5:20 p.m. Kaya i-share na natin ang ating live session ngayong hapon na gamit ang hashtag na Itulay Level Up upang mas marami pa tayong matulungang learners. Halina at ihanda na ang ating mga panulat, kwaderno at isipan para mas marami tayong matututuhan ngayong hapon. Ayan. So good afternoon sa inyong lahat dyan. Ulit. Yung mga gusto pong mag-flex ng kanilang mga teachers dyan at yung mga classes nila. We are now on week 7. Ayan, konting kembot na lang po. At tayo na po ay magpapaalam sa Itulay po pansamantala. Ayan. Siguro mamimiss nyo ang Itulay pagka nagbakasyon. Pero hindi dito titigil ang Itulay para kayo ay matulungan para matuto. Okay. Ito po yung ating lesson ngayong hapon, yung collaborative development of ICT content. Ayan po yung lecture natin. Pero bago po umpisahan ang ating lesson, kahapon po kasi yung ating 124th Independence Day. Okay, sa pagpupugay sa ating kasarinlan, pagpatuloy natin ang maalab na pagmamahal sa ating inang bayan at pagkilala sa mga bayaning lumaban para sa ating kasarinlan, mahuhay, maligayang araw ng kalayaan sa ating lahat. So 124 na po. O hindi pa tayo pinapanganak noon mga learners. Ayan. So gusto ko pong i-flex itong mga to, yung mga maagang nag-login sa ating comment at nagbigay ng comment. Ito po sila, i-flex na po natin sila isa-isa. Okay, good afternoon kay, ito yung pinakauna sa lahat, si Grazer ni Echuelian, hindi ko mabasa, no? Dan sharing po. Kay Enrico Dalupan, magandang hapon po. Ako po sabi niya, si Enrico Manuel Dalupan from YouTube. Pero meron siyang school pa, hindi ko lang matandaan kung saan. Ayan, dan sharing daw po kay Enrico Dalupan. And then, good afternoon din kay, eto na siya, madami na yata sila dito sa baba. Kay Ann Christine Marquez, ang ABM2 ng Tagodi National High School, sa Charil Letran, 12 ABM2 ng Tagodi National High School. Same is true with Catherine Joy Gatwood, 12 Humes 3, kay advisor daw niya si Sir Rolly Abad. Kay Regeline Arcuna Bangolan, 12 Humes 5, ang teacher daw niya ay si Sir Dan Vilo. Good afternoon say Sir. Kay Princess Diane Valdez ng 12 HE1. Kay Maria Apiner ng 12 ABM2. Ito, magbasa pa ako ng tatos. Babalikan natin yung iba later. Kay Willa Marie Belia, 12 HE1 ng Tagodi National High School. Mukhang puro taga-Tagodi na yata nanonood sa atin ngayon. Wala ba tayong ibang school dyan? Baka naman meron, no? Yung mga nanonood sa atin dyan na ibang schools, sa ibang schools, i-flex nyo na yung inyong mga schools at ating babasahin po yan. Maya-maya ng konti. Ayan po. So, let us now start our lecture or our lesson for this week. So, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, ito na po yung huling pasilip ng ating module. At maraming salamat po sa DepEd NCR. Ito po yung gamit ulit nating ADM ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat, DepEd NCR. Ayan. So, i-review natin yung ating past lessons. Kung natatandaan nyo nga, tignan nga natin kung natatandaan nyo yung ating lesson last week, mga learners. Type nga natin kung ano yung lesson natin last week, kung natatandaan nyo. Sige. Ang unang magta-type ng lesson natin last week, bibigyan ko ng prize. Sige. Natin bibigyan ko ng prize. Mamaya, i-PM nyo sa akin yung number mo. Kung tama yung sagot mo, yung lesson natin last week, bibigyan ko ng prize. Ayan. So, totoo ito. Maunang mag-post ng kanyang message ay bibigyan ko ng prize. Ano yung lesson natin last week? Ayan, bago ko i-post yung ating lesson at magkaroon ng review. Giantayin ko, mga 10 seconds. Ayan, kung walang within 10 seconds, proceed na tayo habang ano pa, medyo maaga pa. binigyan lang tayo ng 40 minutes na mag-lecture. So, i-maximize natin yun para mas marami tayong matututuhan. Although, doon sa ibang schools, actually, exam week na yata nila ngayon. Just like dito sa aming school, exam week na namin ngayon sa summative ng mga graduating na grade 12. Ayan. So, congratulations in advance sa ating mga grade 12 na mag-graduate ngayong end of school year, right? Ayan. So, nasaan na po yung inyong mga sagot? Tapos na yata yung 10 seconds natin. Wala pang nagta-type ng kanilang sagot. Ayan. O puro flex. Babalikan ko kayo yung mga nagpo-flex. Okay. So, walang sumagot. Medyo hindi na yata nila nagiging ulyanin na yata sila. Okay. Sana hindi naman ganun, no? Okay. So, tingnan na natin kung ano yung lesson natin last week. Ayan, para meron akong nakita, na late lang yata. Ayan, sabi ni Catherine Joy Gatod, sabi niya, online creation tools, platforms, and application. Tama ba yan? Okay. Kay Ian Christian Marquez, sabi niya, web design po using templates and online WYSIWYG platforms. Okay, tignan natin kung tama yan. So, tignan na natin. Ayan, so tama si Ian Christine Marquez sa kanyang sagot. O yan, Ian, i-PM mo sa akin yung iyong number mamaya. Bibigyan kita ng prize. Ayan, i-PM na rin kita later para makuha, kung paano mo makuha yung prize. Okay, so gusto na nating bigyan ng parangal yung mga mahusay duty of the week natin. Ito yung mga active na students natin last week ulit na nakikipag-interact sa atin sa ating mga live sessions. Ito, merong iisa kasi ibinilang ko yung message niya ulit last week. Madami siyang message. Okay. Congratulations sa ating mahusay duty of the week, si Princess Yvonne Lapitan. And ito I'm very proud to say, yung ating next is live, yung ating mahusay output of the week. Actually, itong group, this is a group project. Group project po ito na ginawa ng ating mga learners. Kasi sinabit nila sa akin. And I went to visit this. Nandiyan po sa baba yung kanyang link. Kung gusto natin i-visit yan, i-visit lang po natin yan. Napakaganda ng output na yan. Nandiyan din po yung kanilang vlog. I mean, ang ganda ng pagkagawa, ang ganda ng pagka-organize ng webpage. I think this was given as one of the outputs po last 2 weeks ago, pero this is the only week that they have submitted this. And I want to flex itong mga learners na ito ng kanilang pag-submit ng napakahusay at napakagandang output. I-visit na po natin yan. Yan po yung kanyang site, yung website, yung URL niya, sites.google.com/v/Municipality of Tagudin. Ayan po, i-visit nyo po yan at makikita nyo kung anong meron sa amin dito sa Tagudin. At gusto nyo po pasyalan sa ating minamahal na town. Ayan, so kung ready na sila, eto, magbabasa ulit ako ng 3. Babalikan ko na. Nabasa ko na yata to. Si Jeline Laico, ayan, 12 ABM2. Si Maki Acosta, ng 12 Yums 3. Ginasa ko na rin si Catherine Joy Gatod kanina. Okay, so, let us now start. Ready na ba kayo? Ayan, so ito yung ating most essential learning competency ngayong linggo for week 7. Okay, we are going to evaluate the quality, value, and appropriateness of peers existing or previously developed ICT content concerning the theme or intended audience of viewer of an ICT project. Actually, yung nakita nyo kanina na webpage, that's already the project that I am requiring you learners. Ayan, napakaganda ng output na yan. Na-amaze ako sa paggawa nila. Ang bilis-bilis nilang ginawa yata yan. Mga 1 linggo lang yata. O sabi nila 1 araw daw. Ayan. So, ayan po yung una. Next is, we're going to share and showcase existing or previously developed material in the form of a collaboratively designed newsletter or blog site intended for a specific audience. So, pwede nating tignan ulit yung output kanina. Ayan, if na-flex ko na naman yung output at gusto natin gayain yun, that is also a blog site. Pwede rin natin gamitin yon as a form of a blogging tool for us to share our existing or previously developed materials sa ating mga classes. Ayan po. Okay, so I guess ready na sila. Tignan nga natin kung ready na ang ating mga learners. Type na natin ang 1 kung ready na sila. At pwede na tayong makinig sa ating mga lesson. So, in between, siguro may mga itatanong-tanong ako dyan. Ayan, so, yung isa ulit kanina, magbibigay ulit ako ng prize. Ayan, later. And next week, ayan po bago ko i-start yung ating lesson proper, next week po yung ating recognition day, yung mga mahusay cuties natin of the week will be awarded next week. And then, meron tayong pag-games next week. So, abangan nyo po kung ano yung mga pasabog next week sa ating Empowerment Technology live session po. Ayan, sige. Let us now start. Okay, so this will be our main topic, yung collaborative development of ICT content. Ayan, sabi niya dito, since you have already gained fundamental knowledge in web and creation of what you have created in several outputs from the previous lesson, it's your time now to synthesize what you have learned. Okay, so you will also turn your materials into a more exciting ICT content and showcase them into higher and specific audience. So we are now going to share and show our content that can be done. Pwede namang mag-isa, but I suggest that this will be more convenient if we are going to create our ICT content collaboratively with our team. Ayan, meron ba tayong mga team? Meron ba tayong mga groupings? Okay, so may nabanggit ako na dalawang bagay doon sa aking intro, di ba? Nabanggit ko yung group at sa team, at saka sa team. Okay, ano kaya yung difference nung dalawa? Okay, tingnan nga natin kung may ibibigay niya sa akin ang difference ng group sa team. Okay, i-describe natin yung picture. Yung una, yung nasa left, yung maraming tao. Ayan, na naka-point out sa target. Tapos yung isa naman, nagko-communicate sila, tapos naka-point out sa target. Ano ka ibig sabihin nito? Number 1 yung isa, number 2 yung isa. Okay, we're going to analyze the pictures presented and differentiate those two, a group versus a team. Anong difference ng dalawa? If these people will create their web, halimbawa, you will create your web, which would be more likely to develop a more interesting and better quality. Would it be yung group ba or yung team? Okay, unahin natin yung first question. Ano kaya ang difference ng group at sa team? I-type na natin. Number 1 yung group, number 2 yung team. I-type na natin yung sagot natin. Number 1 is group, number 2 is team. Anong difference ng group sa team? Okay, anyone who would like to share their idea or yung kanilang mga saloobin o yung mga nalalaman nila sa pagkakaiba ng dalawa, yung group at saka team. Ano ba? Sige nga, tingnan ko nga kung ano yung difference ng group at sa team. I-type lang natin sa ating comment section at babasahin ko yung inyong sagot. Okay, sige na. Mag-aantay na po si Tutor Junel nyo ngayong hapon. Okay, meron na akong nakita. Sabi ni Judy Ann Natad, a group daw is a collection of individuals who coordinate their efforts, while a team is a group of people who share common goal. O yan, sinabi na ni Judy Ann Natad. Meron pa ba kayong mga ibang differences nung dalawa? Ayan, congratulations Judy Ann sa iyong sagot. That is very true na ang group ay collection ng individual that coordinates their efforts and each of them has a goal. Ayan, meron silang kanya-kanyang goal. They are geared towards a target or a goal. But for a team, they are communicating which is geared to a common goal. O, di ba? So, yung isa siguro, may kanya-kanya silang agenda, pero they are still focused with a target. Pero yung isa, nagsishare sila, nagko-communicate sila, which is more likely to have a better quality output. Yung isa, yung group or yung team. Tingnan nga natin. Second question, anong mas maganda, yung group o yung team? Sige nga. Group ba or yung team? Okay. Meron ba ako nakitang isang sagot dito? Sabi ni Marian Apiner, sabi niya na ang team daw is more than just a group. Ayan, people working together toward a common goal. While a group is working toward a powerful shared vision and accomplishment. Okay, so this is also true. Gaya ng sabi ko kanina, yung group, kanya-kanya. Pero they are focused with a certain goal. And yung team, they are Yung team dito, more than just a group. Okay, tama yan, sinabi mo. They are communicating with each other. And towards a powerful shared, take note of the word, yung shared vision of accomplishment. Ayan. So, tignan na natin. So, mas maganda daw ang team. Yan, sige nga. So, mas maganda din ang team pag nagtatrabaho tayo, we are geared towards a certain goal. Ayan. So, we will be working with our teams later, not with our group, to work on our output. Sana tignan natin na kung ano pa yung ating next slide. Okay, now, yung previous slide, you discovered now yung difference ng group. Okay, let me now give my own. Ayan, sabi dito, ang group is involving people who work independently to achieve its goal, while a team works interdependently. So, tingnan natin yung difference. Yung isa, independent. The people in the group works independently to achieve goal, and yung team works inter. So there is what you call a communication between the team members, okay, which has a specific roles or functions. Thus, yung team interacts dynamically and adaptively to reach a common goal. So more likely, mas maganda talaga pag team. Diba? Ayan. So, tingnan natin. So dito, kung to create daw tayo ng ICT content to be published, it's not enough that you just have enough skills about it. For it would be difficult to maintain and monitor alone, di ba? Mas maganda talaga kung meron tayong team. But it's not also not enough that your group works independently. And then because it might lead to inefficiency due to miscommunication. Kasi nga, meron minsan nagmi-miscommunicate, nafi-fail yung team. Okay. Now, ano ba itong team structure na nakikita natin? Okay, itong team structure na to refers to the creation of an individual team or the creation of a multi-system. This is an essential component of a teamwork process. And remember, people, that a well-structured team is an enabler for and the result of effective communication, leadership, situation, monitoring, and support. Okay. So, meron din binanggit dito on the part ng collaboration. There is what you call collaboration. Ano pa yung collaboration, sir? Sabi dito, ang collaboration daw ay, this means that individuals work together to produce and create a well-defined content to achieve a common business purpose. So, ngayon, kung gagawa tayo ng ICT content, most teamwork collaboratively, di ba? When you will be working online. Kasi, siyempre, pandemic, but it should work. Yung pipiliin nating mga platforms later, it should work. And we should work collaboratively. Ayan, so nabanggit ko na rin ang online collaboration. What does it mean? This is a work process where people are interacting in real time over the internet. Sabi dito, sabi ni Judy Ann Nathan, in terms daw of successfully completing goals, teams are better and proven to be more effective because everyone is working interdependently. So binanggit ko na yan, unlike a group of setting where each people are working independently. A team project relies on each member of the team to achieve success. Okay, so palapakan natin yung mga sagot ng gaganda, yung mga sagot nila. Ayan, gaganda nga nung sagot nila. So, gaganda talaga. Ngayon, in online collaboration, there are 4 that we must consider. In collaboration, there are 4 that we must consider. This is a flow process while interacting with our team members. So, tinatawag natin dyan, this is an acronym na ang ibig sabihin ay sure. Sure na sure ka dapat. Diba? Sure na sure ka na magko-collaborate kayo. Pero this is an acronym for me. Okay, ano ba yung S? Okay, S is sharing. Okay? So, you document explicit knowledge of each member who has skills. O, diba? Ganon. Next is to understand each other. You adapt the process knowledge. Of course. Kung ano yung pinag-usapan, yun yung i-adapt natin. Then next is reflect. Always reflect. You analyze or interpret yung shared information. Kung may suggestion ka, you give better suggestion. If the other one can give a better suggestion, then listen. O, diba? If he has a better skill than ours. Okay, yun po. And then, E is expression. This is a process of making one's thoughts or feeling. Hi daw, Sir Fiona ko. Okay, hi din sa'yo. Okay, so let us now proceed to our next slide. Sure na ba kayo na magko-collaborate kayo? Ayan, sure na sure. So dapat sure kayo, you share, you understand, you reflect, and we express. Ayan, so sure dapat na magko-collaborate kayo. Okay, in the process. Okay, now, ang team members dapat ay effective. That is composed of efficient team members who have specific roles and responsibilities. Dapat hindi pare-parehas ng role, magkakaiba ng role. Pero, gaya ng sabi natin, if we collaborate, then we should share also roles with our team members. So, ganun dan, dapat mag-work tayo with our team members. Ayan. So, tignan na natin yung ating next slide. Ano ba ang composition ng mga team members natin? Itong team members natin na to. Okay. So, ang pinakauna at isang pinaka-importanteng member ng team ay tinatawag nating project manager. This is an individual who has a general accountability for the successful initiation, planning, design, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closure of a project. In a way, binanggit ko na dito yung project plan ay yung tinatawag nating project cycle or life cycle of a project. O design o planning muna tayo, initiate and then plan, design, execute, monitor. You control and then after that, you close a project. So the manager is the one who manages all of this. Okay. Aside po sa project manager, meron din tayong tinatawag na data analyst. Anong tawag natin sa data analyst? Siguro ating manager yung pinaka mautak sa atin. O diba? We always assign that team leader, yung ating group, team leader as yung pinaka-trusted sa ating grupo. O diba? And then, kaya minsan ito yung mga medyo may kaya. Ayan. Okay, so let's proceed with our next. Data analyst. This is someone who gathers, processes, and performs a statistical analysis of data. This is a person who is accountable in collecting data in or for ICT content. O data analyst daw. Minsan naman, noong kaming high school, di ba, may data analyst, nagko-collect. Nagko-collect siya ng contribution siguro ito. Hindi. No, it's not. Sila nag-gather lang ng data. Sila yung mahilig mag-research, ganyan, mag-open ng mga libro-libro, tapos sila yung mga nag-analyze kung tama ba o mali yung mga nilalagay nila doon sa aming output. Okay, so those are your data analysts. Okay, so let us now proceed to the third. Okay, na composition ng ating team member. We have your content writer and editor. Ito yung mga tao, ito yung mga team members na mahilig magsulat. These are people who are responsible for reviewing the data and finalizes the complete information. Usually, sila yung mga nagko-collaborate nung mga sinasubmit nating outputs sa leader, tapos hindi na-delegate ng leader, o paki-edit na kung tama na, and then we will all put that in our output. Okay, ito yung tinatawag nating content writer and editor. Okay, next, if we are doing an ICT content, also dapat kung nag-create tayo ng web page, kasi web page naman, meron tayong tinatawag na web designer. This is a person responsible for creating the appearance or layout, the elements of a website. This job involves undertaking both graphic design and computer programming. Usually, yung web designer, siya rin yung programmer. Kasi yung web programmer, siya rin yung designer. Nagpapa-interchange natin yung dalawa. Pero they can do both. If they can do both, why not? Diba? Okay. So, ito yung magaling mag-layout, magaling mag-design, o diba? So, ipagkatiwala natin yung mga bagay na yun. So, if you know, and then you volunteer, usually kasi volunteerism is best. Nagpa-volunteer ka na alam mo, so huwag ka na magreklamo pag binigyan ka ng ganyan. Kung magaling ka, so at least they recognize your skill in the team. O, diba? Ganun dapat. And last, tinatawag nating web developer. As I was saying a while back, a web developer can be yung ating web designer. Nakapag-interchange natin yung dalawa. Pero, they can do both naman yung ating functions. And these are the persons who technically develops the overall functionalities of a web page. Of course, ito yung mga mahilig ng mag-open-open ng mga libre-libreng mga portal, yung mga free na web, yung mga saan natin i-upload yung ating mga web. Ayan. So, yan na po. Okay, so let us now proceed with the next. So may tanong lang kayo dyan. Sir, may tanong ako and type lang natin sa ating comment section. Okay, so let's now proceed with our next. Ayan. So, maraming online tools that are available online. Ayan, nakikita niyo yung mga picture. Ganyan tayo mag-collaborate, di ba? We are doing other things. We are doing different things, but we do it collaboratively. Okay, there are plenty of tools and platforms that are available online, making online collaboration possible and convenient. Okay, ito yung mga mostly ginagamit nating online collaborative tools. Ayan, sige lang. Mag-flex lang kayo ng inyong mga pangalan dyan. Tapasahin ko mamaya bago tayo mag-proceed. Anyway, marami pa namang oras. Ayan, 30 minutes. 10 minutes pa. Ayan. Ano, hindi pala. 15. Ayan. So, let's now have our next. Okay, ito yung mga tools. Recognize ba yung mga tools na yan? Sige nga, magsabi ng isa dyan. Tignan natin. Huwag nyo nang banggitin yung may pangalan. Ayan, yung mga iba dyan. How about itong triangle na to? Ano yan? O, diba? Itong doc na to, ano yan? Doktor ba yan? Diba? Yung iba, we can recognize the rest kasi kilala natin yung mga net and we use this one for collaborative. These are collaborative tools that can be used for our project. Ayan. Kung nag-meeting kayo, we use yung ating Microsoft Teams, Zoom, o kaya yung Skype natin. Kung nagko-communicate naman tayo, we use Facebook, we use yung chat. Kung we are saving our files, ito yung natin, yung ating Microsoft Drives, and we share the slides to our team members. We use the slides, we use the Google Sheets, we use the Google Slide. Pag gamit naman natin yung ating Microsoft, meron tayong Microsoft Office 365, yung latest. We can just share naman, may online Office 365 naman. And then, meron tayong Prezi for the presentation. Diba? Ang dami-daming tools that can be used collaboratively. Ayan, for our team. Ayan, so if you recognize that, make use of this, ang dami-dami pang pwedeng gamitin. Okay, huwag niyong sayangin yung oras nyo. Sa mga walang kwentang bagay, usually, ang ganda-ganda nga mag-meeting ngayon kasi hindi kayo magkita-kita, meron pang online kainan. O kaya online, yun mo, may online, yung burol, o diba? Nagtatawagan na lang yung mga family members na hindi nakauwi abroad. O, diba? Napaka-useful. Okay. Ng Google Drive daw yung triangle. Ayan, sabi ni Princess Lapita ng ating mahusay cutie. Ayan. So, let us now proceed with our next. Now, itong mga to, online collaborative tools, ano dapat yung mga characteristics na dapat nating tandaan? Okay, always remember that there are no superior tools. Tandaan nyo yan, that there are no superior tools. The productivity of a tool is dependent on the intended purpose of the team. Then, in choosing this appropriate tool, the team must consider itong mga to, ano bang karakteristik ang dapat nating tignan pag namimili tayo ng tool. Okay, una na natin sa tingin nyo, learners, ano ba dapat yung una? Ayan, tignan nga natin. Mag-like lang o mag-heart lang. Ito, dapat ganito Okay, pinaka-importante, ayan, dapat user-friendly. When you say user-friendly, ano yan? The tool has elements that are appropriate to the team goals and it can be used easily by the team members. Huwag kayong gumamit ng tool na mahirap sundan, mahirap gamitin. Okay? And this tool should prioritizes security and privacy. Bakit? Pina-prioritize security and privacy. Siyempre, kung kung link lang yan, hindi siya nakumukuha ng mga account, hindi siya kumukuha ng email, parang hindi siya legit, di ba? So, hindi kayo naglalagin, ginagamit nyo na lang online. So, there is a possibility that the data you upload can be compromised. O, di ba? So, ang hirap ng mga ganun. So, minsan-minsan, kinukuha nyo yung mga email nyo, email addresses nyo, and generate kayo ng password for you to be secured when you will be using later on in your ICT project. Okay. So, ano pa? Aside from being Google friendly, user-friendly, ayan. So, nabubulol si sir nyo. Okay. Next natin. It has elements that are appropriate for the team goals. Of course, binanggit ko na yan kanina. O, diba? Yan. And then, the third, yung ating prioritizes security and privacy. Ayan. So, binanggit ko na pala yung una kanina. Ayan, meron yung tatlo. So, tatandaan natin yan. It has elements appropriate for the team goal and prioritizes yung security and privacy. Ayan. So, yan dapat ang mga dapat nating isaalang. Okay, sige. Nan natin. Ano pa, aside from that, tignan nga natin kung ano pa. Ano yung masasabi nyo? Okay ba? Sige, tignan natin yung next na slide natin. Okay, next. Ay, meron ako nabasa. So, bagit si John Ray Jimeno. 12 EIM2. Oh, welcome, John Jimeno. Yan, ng 12 EIM2. Yan, so meron din. Mga datihan dito na okay na nakikita ko always sila sa ating online session. Okay, so bago si John Ray Jimeno, ngayong final pa siya nag-attend. Ayan. Okay, let's now proceed to project management for ICT. Okay, this is now what you call the application of our knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to our project activities. We call that project management, and it has different, meron tayong different phases. Okay, so ito yung mga phases na sinusundan natin when we work on a project. These are needed to achieve yung ating requirements in no time and budget, and includes also overseeing of the project for software development and hardware installations. Usually pag nagne-network upgrade din tayo, pag nagka-cloud computing tayo, pag nag-virtualize tayo ng rollout, and so on and so forth. So ito yung fina-follow natin na phases. Okay, anong phases na to? Yung phases na sinasabi, hindi mukha. Hindi siya pagmumukha. Ito yung tinatawag nating mga steps. Okay. So, unahin muna natin yung first, yung initiating. Okay, when we say initiate, this is the overview of our objectives of the project. We always overview. We as team members are responsible for initiating our project, and we overview our objectives, kung ano yung mga objectives natin, yung needs natin, kung ano yung mga problem na ma-identify natin na magpapabagsak, hindi na magpapabagsak, na magpapahina ng ating loob. Ayan. So, pwede nang identify yan pag nag-i-initiate tayo ng project. Okay, next is yung plan. Of course, lahat ng project dapat may plano. Huwag kang basta-bastang sabak agad. Kasi pag ang project, pag hindi plinano, it will actually fall down. O kaya, wala naman kayong nakitang bridge o tulay na hindi na plano, di ba? Pati bahay, build lang yan, tapos walang plano. Hello, o di ba? Lahat dapat ng mga binibuild, especially yung project, dapat pinaplano yan. Okay, halimbawa nga kung ano pa kayo di ba? Meron kayong balak na babakasyon, pinaplano nyo yung bakasyon nyo, at nag-iipon kayo. Di ba? So planning is, ito na yung tinatawag nating nagbe-brainstorm ka, nag-iipon ka, ito na ginagamit na natin yung mga collaborative tools para sa ating mga projects or future projects. Okay. After planning, anong gagawin natin? Kailangan na natin siyang i-execute. Okay. This is where the project goes about executing the project plan once the project has been constructed. Dito natin nag-curate ng mga content that occur in this phase. Nagka-QA ni rin tayo dito, nag-execute. Ano yung nagka-QA? Nagka-quality assurance tayo. Pinipili natin yung magaganda. Sineseparate natin yung mga tsaka. Ayan. Okay. So, yung mga content writers din, nag-edit na sila. And then, after the preparation has been done, pwede na natin i-publish yung ating content. Ayan. So, after which we monitor and control. So, in this phase naman, yung project manager naman magmo-monitor na siya kung magkano yung nagasto, magkano yung gasto natin, ilan ba yung oras na ginugol natin, yung scope, yung quality, yung risk na pwede nating makita. Tapos yung mga factors while the project is being executed. This is also an ongoing process. So balik ng balik yan. While control and monitoring, after we identify, pwede tayong babalik dun sa execute and performance yung mga bagay na hindi natin nagawa. Di ba? Pwede nang balikan yung isang step dyan. Okay. Pag meron mga na-identify na project problems, pwede tayong mabumalik dun sa execute ulit. Okay? And then, pag okay na, no? Ano na yung last? Siyempre, pagka wala ka na, tapos na lahat yan, pagka na-meet na natin, yung ating objectives, na-meet na natin yung focus natin of each phase of the project, pwede na tayong mag-close. Okay, this happens when each phase has been ended, when each entire project is concluded. And this happens to ensure that the work has been finished, completed, and approved. So ito na yung part na magpapacheck tayo kung okay na, kung Ayan, usually, sa-celebrate tayo, nag-pizza na tayo dyan, closing. Congrats for successful, di ba? Nag-post pa tayo sa ating mga social media accounts na na-successful yung project natin. Okay, now, ano pa ba? Okay, ano pa ba? Yung mga dapat nating isaalang-alang. Okay, so ito, pagka ginagawa natin yung project, pag nag-curate tayo, di ba? Nag-curate tayo. Yan. Nag-curate tayo ng project. Ano yung curation na sinasabi? This is a process of publicly gathering, organizing, or adding the value, and openly sharing yung digital information natin or artifacts and on a specific area or audience or interest. Dito na tayo nag-share, o di ba? Yung curator natin nag-share na tayo ng ating mga outputs. And then, after that, we choose, creating and choosing a valuable ICT content na tayo. Ayan, yan na. Pwede na tayo mag-create ng mga valuable ICT content natin. Okay, take note that a success of an online portal or page, ito, pag gumawa na tayo ng web page o website, depende yan sa content. Hindi lang yung gusto mong content, di ba? Para nga naman pag sumikat ka, di ba? Yon, okay yung content mo, gusto ng audience. Wag lang yung basta content nagsasayaw-sayaw ka lang ng TikTok tapos content na yun. No, it must be relevant, o di ba? Dapat exciting, dapat worthy, o di ba? Worthy of the time na nagpinagpaguran mo. O di ba? Ganun yun. Mas maganda kasing tignan yung content mo pag maganda yung pagkagawa at napili natin na maganda yung content na para sa atin. Okay, para masabi natin na valuable yung ating content. Okay, lalo na sa mga project na website dyan, wag lang basta content. Gaya nung pinakita kong webpage, yung importante yon, pwede natin i-share yon. Kasi that will promote our town, diba? And many visitors will come and visit. Diba? Hindi ba kayo proud pag may mga nakikita kayo at mga foreigner? O, diba? Ganun yon. Okay. Now, in creating and choosing a valuable IC content, we should consider the following. Okay. Una, we define your objective. Specify your main goal that needs to be promoted. Diba? Ano bang ipropromote natin dun sa content natin? Would it be this? Would it be that? Kung ICT tayo, anong content ang mabalin? Ay, content ang pwede. Kung ABM tayo, anong content ang pwede? Kung Humes tayo, anong content ang pwedeng related sa Humes? O di ba mga ganun? Customs and traditions. Kung ABM, I will feature all the stores. Mga ganyan. Kung ICT ka, sige, i-feature ko yung ating pagkatuto ng ating mga mamamayan sa ating town, yung mga mahilig gumamit ng mga advanced na tools ng ICT. O mga ganun, pwede yon. Okay, next, after you define your objectives, you are now ready to research. Okay, i-research mo na yung nakita mo kanina na objective mo. Ito pala, that's the research nyo. Para meron kayong backup or you are going to extract the information at backup na rin from different resources regarding the topic you want to rewrite or to write. Hindi lang yung alam mo yun na yun, dapat may backup ka. Meron ka ring extra na baon galing sa iba. O di ba? Nag-promote ka na, prinomote mo pa yung gawa ng iba. Pwede rin yon. Ganyan. Para bang pulong lang siya. Okay, next. Another is after which you organize your structure, not yung article mo. Okay? Given an overview of your project to which help your readers understand your topic is, siyempre, ayun na, after you organize, you are now going to summarize. And proofread, siyempre, proofread mo baka may maling spelling, may mali kayong nilagay doon, mali yung sources nyo. And take note, so this is a reminder sa ating mga learners dyan. Dapat po pag naglalagay tayo ng mga picture at sources, i-cite po natin yung sources, most especially when that is downloaded. Kasi, di ba, mas maganda kung sinasite natin to give also justice to the one who has contributed the artifacts o kaya yung knowledge para ma-recognize din sila. Hindi yung copy ng copy lang, o di ba? So that is a reminder to all of us who are content creators. Okay, now, there are 3 rules in creating quality content. Una, dapat, ito pinaka-importante, dapat informative. Ito na, informative. Wag fake news. Wag puro fake news. Ayan. It should provide a valuable and useful information to the reader. Dapat wag lang yung gusto, dapat informative din siya. May matututuhan ka doon sa vlog mo. Kung vlog, kung website, may matututuhan ka, may makukuha ka. Okay, wag lang basta sayaw. O, di ba? Okay, kung may matututuhan. Kung gusto niyo magturo ng sayaw, why not? O, di ba? Ganun lang yan. Next is, dapat ay interesting. This should catch the readers or yung viewers' attention from the title pa lang. Yung ating content, nakakatch na yung interest nila. O, di ba? O, nangingiwi yung pusa. Titignan ka ng ganyan. Okay, gusto mo yung ganyan. Parang nagwo-wonder, bakit ganun? O, di ba? Yun, interesting siya, nag-interesado yung tao, kaya interested yung iba. Lalo na pag marami nagko-comment sa'yo, di ba, ma-interesting yung topic mo, maraming nagko-comment, maraming nagko-commend nung inyong work, maraming pinupuri ka, maraming rin binabash, pero usually, don't mind the bashers, just mind the appraisers. Okay, so, next, dapat relevant. Okay, relevant, it should reflect how much you know. And this reflects how much you know of the subject. Since you are the content creator, dapat marami kang alam. You should be miles away from those who read and from those who view your content. Okay, so remember that, who is being written to make a relevant. Or you can have both, o diba? It should, and it is a must. Ayan, so meron ba tayong natutuhan? Sige nga, type na natin ang 1. Ito na. Ito yung gusto kong gawin nyo. Next week, sana gawin nyo. Magpasa na kayo ng mga content ninyo. Ito, yung gusto kong mangyari next week. Sana i-share nyo yung story nyo, ha? Ito yung inyong gagawin. Yan, sige. Pwedeng webpage. Ayan, type nyo yung 1 kung gusto nyo. Ayan. Princess Yvonne Lapitan, sabi niya 1 daw. Ayan. Ito yung gagawin natin, na kung ready na ulit kayo. Create a web portal using web page creation tool or blog site. O pwedeng gumamit tayo ng ating, yung mga tools na binanggit ko para gamitin yung blog site natin o yung ating web page. You share your story o kaya you share something that is very relevant to us. Okay, the web portal should be your team, should be agreed upon by the team. Gaya nung sinabit nila sa akin na project, o di ba, ang ganda-ganda. Gusto i-visit nyo para makita nyo yung content. Ayan, para makita nyo yung content. Ibabalik ko ba yun? Kung nga, anong page kaya yon? Saan ba yon? Hindi ko na yata matandaan kung ano yon. Ayan. Yung output nila. Ito yung output. Sige, dito ito yung output, Diyos ko. Idol yung mga gumawa nito. Hindi at ako nakagawa ng ganito pakaganda. Pinag-isipan talaga nung ating mga learners, yung part na yan. Ayan, kung gusto natin gayahin yan, ayan, gayahin natin. Napaka-meaningful nung content. Actually, yung ganda nung content yan. Idol. Kung sino makakagawa niyan, bibigyan ko ulit ng prize. Ayan, yung mga yung bibigyan ko ng prize. Ayan. But, yan na, ang gagawin natin. Don't forget yung ating part na yan. Okay, so i-capture nyo na yan at pwede nyo i-submit yung output nyo using this. Ito. Ayan, nawawala yata ako. Nawawala ba? Wala na ba tayo? Oh, wala na yata tayo. Ayan, wala na. Huwag muna. Hindi pa po ako nag-e-end. Nag-move na po yung ating scan. Ayan, dito po natin i-submit yung ating outputs. Sa tinyurl.com, itulay submit. Bubulol na naman si sir niyo. Okay. tinyurl.com, itulay submit, and then you can just scan that and put your outputs there, and yun na, o kaya itag nyo ako. Okay? And then, ito po I will just leave this one for the day for us to ponder natin okay. Para naman meron ako maiwan sa ating mga learners ngayon. Yan, take note. Since we are talking about moving forward together, so we are in a team. If everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself if you work together. Ayan, galing ito kay Henry Ford, American industrialist, business magnate, and take note, he is the founder of yung Ford Motor, mga Ford na sasakyan. Okay, so with all of this, I will now end my discussion, and I hope you have learned. Ayan, daming nag-type ng 1, madami silang natutuhan ngayong hapon.